In the next 6 months, Elon Musk might pull off the most audacious corporate move in the modern history.
Saying that SpaceX and XAI together would be valued at $1.25 trillion. Again, this is
right. You've got 3 public companies that are worth north of $3 trillion.
SpaceX is also considering a merger with Musk's electric vehicle maker Tesla, according to Bloomberg.
So the two kind of leading edge technology companies that he has under his broad umbrella are XAI and SpaceX. Now,
we are talking about the biggest merging of 3 world's most valuable companies in the history. Is XAI, SpaceX, or possibly Tesla to one unstoppable tech empire? Wall Street is already picking favorite to handle what could be the largest IPO ever, and here's the kicker recorded. But why now? Why merge? And what does a real planetary alliance have to do with a $500 billion bet on the future? Stay with me because this story goes deeper than you think. First, Tesla officially announced they are discontinuing production of Model S and Model X, where it has built car industry. This is not just hype. Analysts note SpaceX Starlink success and Starship progress have made investors eager to finally buy into Musk's rocket empire. In short, SpaceX is primed to flood the market with capital on a truly historical scale. Think about that. We can see a publicly traded company that builds everything in just under one roof. That rival to ChatGPT, that built rocket, that built human robo, and that built cars. Got it. Put it for this IPO. Why this? June 2026. Because this suspiciously perfect. We are in the peak of AI era. In last year, 80% of US stocks gains come from many AI companies, and biggest economists are saying we are living in the bubble. Stuart Russell, a leading AI professor at UC Berkeley, puts it bluntly, current spending is the largest technology project in history. But for the bubble not to burst, we need breakthroughs nearing artificial general intelligence, which we don't have a clear path to for over a decade. Will be converted to produce something else entirely. The Optimus humanoid robo.
Optimus version 3, that really is going to be a very remarkable robot. It will have essentially the manual dexterity of a human, so meaning a very complex hand, an AI mind that can navigate and comprehend reality, and it will be made in very high volume. Those are the 3 things that are missing. Like if you see any other robotics company, they're missing those 3 things.
Elon Musk called this Tesla transition from a hardware-centric business to a physical AI company. He's betting the company's future on robotaxi, and AI. He's spending big to prove it has tech-grade $20 billion in capital expenditure, and this year alone, more than double last year's spending to ramp up this new vision. But here's the shocking part. Tesla is making this radical pivot as its core business is softening. 2025 was the company's first ever annual revenue decline. So why now? And where does he think the money for this $20 billion robo army is coming from? That leads us to part 2. Okay, according to multiple reports from the biggest news channel, Bloomberg or Reuters, Elon Musk is exploring a merger of his empire. And the plan is to fold Tesla, his AI company, and XAI or potentially both into his rocket company. SpaceX had what could be the largest IPO in the history. Okay, SpaceX is already lining up a dream team of Wall Street banks for what insiders say could be one of the largest market debut ever. Reports from Reuters confirmed that Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, and Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are being considered to lead our 2026 SpaceX IPO. The plan raised $50+ billion at a valuation over $1 trillion. Potentially the biggest IPO. So let's connect the dots. Musk Empire merger and a record-breaking IPO in mid-2026 would allow him to tap into public investor frenzy before any potential correction. It's a move to secure absolutely massive capital for his most expensive dream. AI training, robotics, and even his sci-fi goal of a space-based data center. And this is called an insane mindset. But this is where the story takes the dark turn. There's a major conflict of interest here, and critics are calling it out. Elon Musk owns a much larger stake in his private companies, like SpaceX and XAI, than it does in public traded Tesla. We have seen this pattern before. Last year, XAI acquired the struggling social media platform X, formerly Twitter, in a deal that bailed out its private investor. Just last week, Tesla invested $2 billion of its shareholders' money into Musk's private XAI. Now Musk, the largest shareholders in all sides, could be negotiating a merger between these companies. As the critical outlet, Electric asks, who do you think gets the better end of that deal? The concern is that public Tesla shareholders could get the short end of the stick to bolster the value of Musk private holdings. It raises a tough question. Is this a visionary consolidation to build the future? Or is it a financial maneuver where public markets are being asked to fund the rescue and expansion of a private empire? A single entity would help align his attention and ample resources towards one unified mission. By pulling this off, Musk would access a capital tsunami to bankroll Mars rockets, AI compute, and humanoid factories, and more, all without bleeding his private fortune. He owns the biggest power in the world in next upcoming years. So what we are left with, a car company betting its factory on unproven robo, a potential corporate merger of unprecedented scale, and a race to go public at the peak of a potential bubble. Elon Musk playing is a high stake games. He's convincing the market to fund a vision where the boundaries between cars, rockets, and AI disappear. The promised payoff is a world of self driving taxis, robo helpers, and interplanetary computing. This cosmic chess game is heating up, and Elon Musk always says better to have an exit strategy. The next 6 months is going to be the crazy part of the tech history and the tech revolution. The AI revolution is coming up, the robo revolution is coming up, all things and all IPOs, and this IPO is SpaceX IPO, Elon Musk's biggest empire in the history. Could be $1 trillion. So stay tuned with me, like, subscribe, and share this video with your all friends, and let us know what do you want for the tech history and for the tech future in the comments, because this year and upcoming era is going to be the crazy and insane.